Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the past few days, I have shared on what is the internally trained qi. And I have shown how is it trained in Wing Chun Tao, 1850. And due to that, many of our Wing Chun friends and traditional Chinese martial art friends message me and discuss with me on all this internal, all those stuff. So today I make this YouTube just to make things simple for you. So you know, here on, you don't have to spend 1 cent and you'll be able to improve your Tao and make it something which is helping you. And it is according to the sports science today. We don't want to do anything which is cannot be verified by science. Now, the first thing I'd like to share with you is this. Learning Kung Fu is like you go to high school to learn math. You take a math in high school and you learn math when you go to the class. Now, it doesn't matter which mathematicians, who is your teacher. It doesn't matter. What matters is after that semester, you have learned the math. Okay? Now, there's a problem with today's Chinese Kung Fu. In today's Chinese Kung Fu, it is like this. Come study with me. I am the grandmaster. I have my opinion on this and that and that. I have go through all the Chinese grandmasters, so I know the best. But then, in the class, it teaches zero, nothing. And tomorrow, another versions of this is the most authentic. Well, all those are called snake oil. And in learn Kung Fu, just remember this. It is no different than we go to high school, the math class, and to learn what is math. So after that semester, I might pass with a C, I might pass with an A. It doesn't matter. What matters is now I can use that math. The guy who passed with an A, maybe they are going to become a professor in math or physics or anything. I got a C in high school math. I can calculate my daily finance. I don't have to be like those who going to be a scientist. So you got it? And not everybody who go to a high school math class will become a scientist because we all are different. I care less on those difficult math. I only care that I be able to know the math so I can calculate my money, my investment. So Kung Fu is like that. So when you say learning Wing Chun, you want to learn like Wing Chun is a math. What it is, a math. So I be able to use it for my daily life. Whether I am the best fighter or anything, it's non-material. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Even like in the high school math, how many is become like those genius math students? Very little. But we can use the math for everyday life. Okay? So if you want to take any class, people tell you about internal, this, all this thing, ask them, what is this class teach me? You want to expect it is like you go to a math class, to the minimum, you learn the minimum so you can use it every day. There's no such thing as you come to my class, you will be the top guy, top internal, top fighter. That's called bullshit. Okay? Who can guarantee you go to the high school math class and you will graduate as a genius in math? I mean, that's not the point. And in fact, who can teach those kind of students? Who can have those kind of class? None, zero. So, say you want to take an engineering class. It doesn't matter is in the San Jose State or in Iowa State or in UC Berkeley or MIT or Stanford. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the prestige of the university. You go to any of those legit university, you will learn it. That is the bottom line. Don't look for far thing which is just a scam. Okay? Put this in mind. Always ask, I go to this class, what do I learn? We have to have a clear mind, or else we are brainwashed by snake oil seller. In this world, nobody cares of who the hell I am. Like in all the engineering in Silicon Valley, you work hard for what you got. Nobody cares for who the hell you are, that everybody had to praise you like you're in the top of the world. It doesn't matter you talk to how many experts or how many mathematicians. It doesn't matter. What matters is what do you know? How hard have you put the hard work in? That's how life is. Okay? So don't buy into those bullshit of teaching internal or this and that. Now, get to internal. The other day I said it already. Externally train your bones, sinews, and muscle. Of course, when you train that, it is your kinetic chain in today's language, and also your endurance, your muscular endurance. This is a fighting art. If you don't have muscular endurance, you drop dead. Don't tell me you can go push hand using salt to dissolve his strength. Come on. And internally, you train the chi, as I explained the other day. 3 things. One is be able to do diaphragmatic breathing, deep breathing. Second, be able to handle this AIP, intra-abdominal pressure, which is supporting your core. The third thing is be able to recover or be able to rest your neural system. So when people say 心气to 丹田, that is just in today's term. Will you be able to relax or loosen up your neural system? Will you be able to handle your or regulate your intra-abdominal pressure so that you be able to support your core for your activity? And will you be able to breathe so that you be able to achieve relaxations of your neural systems and also to handle your intra-abdominal pressure, and so you'll be able to handle your core? It has to be this practical. It has to be this basic. Anybody cannot define this as what I just defined for you in past 5 minutes, you walk away because they're selling bullshit. Okay? How the hell a human be able to work if you don't have this I just explained to you 5 minutes? Now, for Wing Chuners, I shared with you already the other day. I said the Wing Chun stance is like a shallow, slow, smooth, natural squats. And of course, you cannot stand this for your squat, and you cannot keeping talking about internal chi and everything, and you will not even be able to do a shallow, natural squat. Inhale, exhale. If you do that, you know when you inhale, you can feel that the regulations of your intra-abdominal pressure here with your core is now supported when you inhale going down, squat down. And then when you exhale going up, your pelvic floor muscle, or quote unquote, some Chinese call it anus and lifting anus, those automatically, naturally happen. So it is just a simple, slow, natural, shallow squat. That is what it is. Now you pay me another $500 for seminar. I teach you this chi stuff. Or this Tai Chi chi, this Wing Chun chi. Forget about it. It is just as what I shared with you. A shallow, slow, natural squat. You're going down slowly, continuously, inhale, and then up. While you go down, inhale, you pay attention, aware of how your intra-abdominal pressure, your breathing, your core here is being supported when you exhale and stood up slowly, continuously. You feel that others, the anus and everything, actually they are contracting. The lower abs is contracting. It is just that. You don't have to pay me 25,000 US to learn that truth of the Chinese Kung Fu internal art. If you don't know this, forget about anything on Chinese Kung Fu. Because you need that. You need that core and your AIP to handle your body, okay? To handle your spine and so forth. Now, so many Wing Chun friends ask me, oh, Hendrik, so how do we train this? So I promise everybody to make this YouTube today. You don't have to think far, far away. There is a Qi, a Dao, or all this nonsense. Remember the slow squat? When you do your Xiu Lim Tao, make sure that it is slow, continue, comfortable. Nothing there jamming you up or create anything. You do this, right? Exhale, inhale. Okay? Exhale. Okay? And then, when you do your Xiu Lim Tao, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay? Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Isn't that all your Wing Chun practice, your Xiu Lim Tao practice, have already activated your internally trained that Qi? Just that simple. Why think so far away? You don't need to have any grandmaster to certify you or all this nonsense. I am nobody. So I always tell people, I'm like a high school math teacher. You come to the school and say, okay, so this is it. If you do that, isn't it you continue to do this? Continue natural shallow squat when you do the entire 小念頭. There's no pressure inside there. There's no nothing stuck here. It is always the dynamic AIP or intra-abdominal pressure core regulation when you do the entire Wing Chun 小念頭. I care less what your lineage you are from. Just use it. What is important is you get something out of what you train. Disregard what your lineage. Talking about lineage is useless. It's meaningless if you don't have what I share with you. So look around for past 50 years, 60 years, 100 years. When you don't do that, when you don't know this, what are you going to develop? And yet, you need that AIP and the IAP and the core dynamic regulations, because when you want to strike out, you need this to handle your core, to go out. I want to go back, I want to shift, you need this again. So it's not high footwork. This footwork, this triangle footwork, are you making a movie or what? Now, if you don't have this, as what I just shared with you, dynamic intra-abdominal pressure and core regulations, how the hell are you going to move your body? You can't. You're standing there and say, wow, I have qi inside, I have fa jing. The guy just moved 6 inches away, you drop that. Because you don't know how to move. You are only doing what? Show business magic tricks, demonstrations, standing there. In the real fight, isn't it, is keeping moving, and you need this core. Not to mention, 460 years ago, General Qi Ji Guang already tell you, it is one momentum transformed to another momentum in the fighting game, meaning that from here, I want to transform here, I transform here, and all this you have to use your core. This simple. So this is, with the analogy, high school math. We all are not some kinds of a best fighter, this, that, or grandmaster. We learn this. We can use it in our daily life. For the young guy, you guys, you'll get to my 70-year-old. We walk, you know about this. And when you are younger, when you want to lifting weight and so forth, you can sense, oh, I cannot take this, or I can still take this. Don't keep on thinking, I have this magic qi, I train this, and then go to a sifu say, wow, this I beat you this way. Sure, he beat you. Can he go for the real in the ring? You can, because your body cannot move. This is like the transmissions. You don't have the transmissions. And we who don't want, I don't want to be the champion or whatever. I just want so that I go to the Wing Chun class, I get the benefit of learning something which is good for me, daily life. If there's a fight, I'm the first one run away. And I run away, I need this core handling. And I need all this muscle, the kinetic chain. isn't it? So this is what I'd like to share with you guys. Real life, real Chinese Kung Fu is not that difficult. It is when people want to make money, create all kinds of stuff, and they don't even know sometimes whatever, but they just looking for money. Finally, I want to tell you a real story. So one day I was in Asia, and my friend is this traditional Chinese medicine doctor. So he looked at that person, the patients, and he said, "Oh, this is a little bit difficult to handle. You need to do this, you need to eat this, you need to eat this, you need to eat this." So after the patient go away, I said, "What the heck are you talking about? It's just simple stuff. He doesn't have to do anything like this." And he told me this. He said, "Hendrik, the reality is, if I don't tell him so many things, he will not pay for the money to see me." He thought that, "Oh, this is too simple to pay me $5. And if I don't get it serious to say you should do this, you should sleep earlier and everything, he will not do what I want him to do." So the Chinese Kung Fu is because of this. One is the guy who teach want to make money, so it make it more complicated. The second, it makes it complicated so that you really put in your mind. So as here, I give you guys free, and nobody look into what I'm talking about. Because people thinking, "Oh, has to be more difficult." You want to know the breathing and everything? This is model into the Western science. Is in my book, Decoding Wing Chun and Wing Chun Nei Gong Code. The key of the Qi Ji Guang is in that Kung Fu 1560. The key of Wing Chun is in the restricting Wing Chun. It's just that. And how difficult is this? But there are many people who have my books and keeping asking me, "Hendrik, are you going to write more books?" I said, "You should ask me when I'm going to drop the price of my book so that everybody be able to get it. Not ask me about when I'm going to write a new book." By asking me when I'm going to write a new book, let me tell you what. I said, "You never ever read my book, even you have it. And that's not my notion to write a book." So if you don't put attention in it, you keep thinking it's mysterious. It has to be, like today I wear this vest, all this sport thing, not the Chinese pajama, and I sit properly, act like a Taoist. You think, "Well, Hendrik is full of shit," right? You don't care, right? Because Hendrik it doesn't have those, you look like a Chinese, wise Taoist with a white beard and so forth. Well, I don't buy into that because I'm a Silicon Valley design director. I want to see data on what the heck it is. There's no room for show business. Because, as I always share with people, I said when I was young, I was designing the airbag. This is at the 80s, airbag just starting. I was designing the chips for the airbags. What I care is that chips in the airbags really works. Or else that guy got into the accident, the airbag do not inflate it. Then you got a big disaster. And if you have an airbag, you don't even have to keep worry about it. You know that your airbag is functioning. So same thing. Watch my YouTube on that the EG Kamyongma. It's just like an airbag. It's free. From my side, it's free for you. For your side, you have to put your time, your mind into it, or else you get nothing. Okay?